Well, good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Saturday, February 3rd. Got more rain and snow on the way for early next week as our active weather pattern continues, and I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key parts we're going to focus on today. Our first system that we're currently ongoing is going to depart to our north tonight. We're going to see scattered snow showers continue through Sunday morning with the potential for some rain mixing in at times across our lowest elevations, but things should remain predominantly snow today. Again, best chances as you head further north and east. Our next system will arrive for Sunday evening into Monday, so looking for increasing precipitation for Sunday evening through into Monday. Atmospheric river moisture will be favoring the mountains with this, so very impressive storm setting up into Southern California. We're going to get the remnants of that moisture as it works northeast through the Great Basin. Seasonably warm temperatures will support a mix of rain and snow in the valleys, with all snow in the mountains, as well as breezy winds at times. Quick look at satellite for you this morning. Again, upper level trough will continue shifting north and east up into Montana. With that, we are going to see mostly cloudy skies prevail throughout the day. Again, best chances for precipitation will be as you head further north and east with drier conditions, a little bit more sunshine as you head further south and west behind this exiting system. And to look at the bigger picture for you again, so our first system here is going to depart to our north and east. Again, keeping some snow showers going throughout the day today into tonight, decreasing in coverage for Sunday morning throughout the day. But overall, we're looking at this low pressure system working down the coast. That's going to be able to combine with a very large pool of moisture currently set up off the coast of California. And as it does, setting up a very nice recipe there for some atmospheric river moisture to bring significant impacts to Southern California, extending all the way up through the state and into the Great Basin as well. So we're going to see those impacts overspread into Idaho a little bit later into that Sunday night into Monday period. Weather with Scott look for your next 5 days. We'll focus on some snow with some breezy winds today. Overall, those breezier winds will be across the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, and south down towards Utah, with heavier snow expected up towards the Sawtooth areas and eastern highlands. For Sunday, we'll keep snow going, especially during those early morning hours, but overall trending drier by midday. Just some lingering showers further north and east up towards Clark and Fremont counties, up towards the eastern highlands. For Monday, we'll start to see that snow begin build in for Sunday night into Monday. Again, mix of rain and snow across our lowest elevations, but should stay mostly all snow as you get up into the central mountains. For Tuesday, mix of rain and snow will continue with just some more minor impacts, especially as you head into our northern and eastern mountain zones. But for Wednesday, keep it with the rain and snow chances going. Atmospheric river moisture will keep some chances for precipitation going each and every day. And to look at the bigger picture for you guys, again, lots of weather watches, warnings, and advisories in effect for California heading up into Nevada. And we currently have this one system going on in our area, so weather alerts extending out from Utah all the way up into Montana. But with that, this system's going to push further north, so you see those winter storm warnings to our north. That system will push further north, and we're going to get some drier conditions building in for Sunday. But shown here is where we still have some winter weather advisories hanging on throughout the day today, and that's where you can expect the more impactful travel conditions, certainly some light snowfall outside of those areas, particularly across the upper Snake Plain and some of our mountain valleys. Temperatures today, it's going to be a seasonably warm morning, teens 20s and 30s across the board, courtesy of plenty of cloud cover. But afternoon highs, seasonably cool, back in those 30s and 40s, much cooler than we were just a couple days ago. Before I get to the snowfall amounts for you this morning, break down the timing. So starting off here at 6 a.m., we are seeing snow continue across central Idaho and up into the upper Snake Plain and southern and eastern highlands. As this system continues to work further north, we'll get some wraparound bands of moisture. Again, those will continue throughout the day. So what you see on radar this morning, that'll kind of continue throughout the day. We're going to stay pretty dry here, Pocatello to Twin Falls, Mountain Home, as some breezy westerly winds fill in behind yesterday's cold front. But overall for tonight, we're heading into midnight tonight. We're still seeing snow continue, particularly across the central mountains and eastern highlands, but overall decreasing in coverage and intensity pretty rapidly heading into early Sunday morning, with best chances again for that snow up towards Clark and Fremont counties for your Sunday morning. So certainly keeping an eye on some winter travel conditions, particularly you get in the mountains, but overall drier conditions will prevail heading in throughout the day on Sunday. And speaking of those snowfall accumulations, we're looking at about maybe a trace to a couple inches of snow in the Snake Plain. Again, temperatures will be marginal, but we are expecting mostly snow with this event. Head up into central Idaho, about 1 to 4 inches in the valleys, a little bit higher in the highest terrain. But certainly as you get south and east of the Snake Plain, up around the Ashton, Driggs, up towards Island Park, could be seeing some pretty decent snowfall in the valleys, generally about 3 to 8 inches, with some locally higher totals there north of Ashton up towards Island Park, and the Big Holes and Tetons. Wind gusts today will be on the breezier side of things, further south and west, with gusts about 25 to 40 miles an hour, a little bit stronger around the Idaho and Yale area, south of the 86-84 junction. Temperatures on Sunday, a cool morning with teens 20s across the board, but afternoon highs still slightly warming up for Sunday, afternoon highs in those 30s to mid 40s. Snowfall amounts on Sunday, again, best chances for the more moderate snow. During those morning hours, we'll be further north and east. Again, we're kind of looking at that snow continuing up into Clark and Fremont counties for Sunday. And some of this rest of the snow will arrive later in the day on Sunday, where you're seeing some of those lighter accumulations. Outside of those areas, expect that to build in later in the day. And wind gusts on Sunday morning. I'll break down the timing for you on these winds. So overall, winds are going to drop off once we head into Sunday morning. Not looking at too much of a breezy wind threat. But by Sunday afternoon, we're starting to see winds at least begin to increase, especially out of the south-southwest, around the South Hills, Albion Mountains areas. But by Sunday night, we're going to see a more widespread influence as we get a pretty decent 700 millibar jet overhead. What that means is some increasing winds aloft, bringing some gusty winds down to the surface. This will be especially breezy around the Treasure, Magic Valleys, up to as you get further south down towards Oakley, Sweetser Summit, in addition to some of the high country up into central Idaho. Temperatures on Monday, a cool morning in the teens, 20s, and 30s, but afternoon highs very mild with that southerly flow bringing in warm air up through the Great Basin. Afternoon highs in the 30s to near 50 degrees. And snowfall amounts on Monday. Again, snow levels will be the biggest thing with these events. Typically, it's a bit easier when we have all snow, all rain, or it's all very high elevation mountain snow. But with population centers coming into the mix with snow levels, we'll certainly be keeping an eye on this for you over the next couple of days. So check back for the latest updates. But certainly some appreciable snowfall, especially around the Wood River Valley. This is typically common in a southerly upslope flow. With that area, you can see some enhanced precipitation heading into that Sun Valley, Haley area as you get further east out towards Craters, Arco, Spencer, Island Park, pretty much along that whole divide area. But that continues into further south and east with some pretty decent snowfall totals across the higher terrain south and east of the Snake Plain, but trending drier across much of the lower elevations further south. And wind gusts on Monday, again, we'll keep wind gusts about 25, 35 miles an hour, a little bit locally stronger as you get south of the Snake Plain. And by Monday night, those winds will subside. So as the big surge of moisture comes forward, we're going to see winds begin to increase, but dropping off as we get some, at least breaks some of the moisture. So a little bit waves at times, so at least seeing a decrease in activity heading into Monday night. For your Tuesday, seasonal morning in those teens, 20s, and 30s. Coldest areas in the single digits potentially. But afternoon highs still hanging on in those 30s and 40s for you. Snowfall amounts on your Tuesday. Again, we'll keep an eye on those snow levels, so certainly check back over the next couple days. But overall, about a trace to a couple inches in the valleys, a little bit higher as you get especially south and east of the Snake Plain. And for Wednesday, not a whole lot of change there. Cool morning, followed by afternoon highs in those 30s and 40s. A little bit cooler midweek, so that may be supporting the potential for some more snow as opposed to more kind of that mix of rain and snow we've been seeing. And snowfall amounts on Wednesday reflect this pretty well here, generally about 1 to 4 inches in the valleys outside of the central Idaho mountains. So you get onto the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, south and east into Utah and Wyoming. Looking at some pretty decent snow, at least a couple inches for your Wednesday. And a look at what's to come, the 6 to 10 day period does keep fairly active weather continuing, especially to our south. We're kind of on the outside edge of that cusp, but still leading above in the 6 to 10 day period. When it comes to temperature-wise, we are still above normal temperatures, especially as we rounded out January into early February, but at least those will be trending back down to some more near normal, to slightly below normal during that 6 to 10 day period. 8 to 14, seeing an increasing signal there for some return to some more below normal favored precipitation. A ridge of high pressure building in from the Pacific during that time will start to bring in some drier conditions to our area. That is shown here in that leaning below category for the Gem State and much of the West. But temperature-wise, we'll keep some more near normal to seasonable temperatures into our area, a little bit cooler as you get further south. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Saturday and stay safe out there.